All right, it's day 36. I'm at work right now doing a shift. It's about to be real bad weather here. I got a bunch of new sites that are starting the week after, and then we got a documentary we're working on next week. So it's gonna be very limited of when I can do sales, but thankfully, because I do sales so often, sometimes people reach out on things that I had in previous sales, and that's what's happening right now. So I got the homie hitting me up. We made a deal on 2 figures that are $30, and then he sent me some pictures of some other ones he was interested in, and those are going for 40. All right, had to cut it. So the $30 sale and the $40 sale. So far in day 36, we're at $70 in sales for pop culture stuff. We're leading up to the big winter storm here in Texas, so we'll see what that brings. I'll definitely record some of that and let you guys know how that's going. But in the security world, my life is about to be a nightmare because services don't stop. I gotta look around because I'm working. Back to it. All right, we got another one done. Another security shift in the books here in Dallas. I'm trying to show you guys this shit. Look at how much bird shit, because I have to park under trees, dude. My car got absolutely demolished with bird poo. But yeah, right in there where the blue lights are, that's where one of our properties is that I was just at for the last 8.5 hours. And now I'm gonna have to go home. I get to sleep for 2 hours, and then I have to go do a patrol at one of the other properties from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. because it's just a random hit that we don't normally do. But they wanted to add in some stuff just because they had some suspicious activity. So I get to go check it out, see if I can find the car that they think is suspicious. And then, I go from there. So that's what's going on with me right now. But like I said, we got those few sales, $70 so far with the pop culture sales. I'll actually show you what they are again. If I didn't already add it to this video, I'll add them up right now. And that's the only reason I'm still talking right now. So if I want to add in the photos of the things that sold and the conversation of how it went down, I can do that. But anyway, now I'm on 30, so instead of getting into a car accident at 12:30 at night, I'm gonna get off the phone, baby. Day 36. It is like 7 in the morning. I'm never really at back alley at 7 in the morning unless I have a really early gym move, in which case I come here and then kind of get situated at back alley, and then I go into the warehouse and prep all the stuff that I need for a gym move. But today I had to do an early patrol after the shift last night. So on the way back, I have to pass the back alley area. So I decided to swing in, get some photos. That way I don't need to come back here. And I'm going to go ahead and just rip an early morning claim sale. So that way, if anything does sell, if I feel like it's dying down, I could come here tomorrow before the storm gets bad this weekend and get that like at least pre-prepped for mailing. But I won't ship it until after the storm. So we'll see. But again, the goal is kind of to try to clear out as much as humanly possible of this area so I could start pulling it out and then start replacing these shelves with like trophy cases and then paint that back wall over there. So we shall see if I'm ever able to do that, because time is always limited. But let's go ahead and start ripping a claim sale. Here's the image I'm going to use for today. See you in a bit. We are still in the same day, but we got the storm coming up this weekend. I have a claim sale that I'm about to end and get all that stuff packed up so I could bring it home with me to invoice everybody. And then I want to see if I have some tubs that I could use to cover my outside faucets so they don't freeze over. Because again, in Texas, like things just are not insulated. So when the water comes through into your house, it hits a pipe that goes in, and that thing, like, you got to make sure that thing is insulated because it'll freeze in that one spot, and then your entire house won't have water. And if that bursts, then you got a bigger problem on your hands. So it is a pain in the butt to prep because you got to worry about your own stuff. You got to worry about your friends and family, all the people that are around you. And then plus, if you work in an industry like I do with security, like the job doesn't stop. So you still need to have so many plans in place. And even though I am very good about pre-prepping, there's always things that will pop up that you just did not plan for, or people make decisions last minute that they want to change things, or they're now not comfortable driving in the weather, which is understandable. I'll never make anybody do anything that they're uncomfortable doing. However, it does, when you're the leader of the pack with that kind of stuff, it does put a lot of pressure on you last minute. So that's kind of what's going on. So the last couple days, you probably seen me a little bit more hectic than usual. I need to get a haircut, need to trim up the facial hair, need to get myself looking a little bit more businessy, because we got a lot of businessy things to do coming up. But I haven't been able to because I'm so busy prepping for a storm that's going to just destroy the area for 2 days, and then everything will be back to normal. Plus the documentary that's coming up, and everything keeps getting pushed with that. So that's really difficult to manage. And I'm producing that. So again, it is tough. So sorry for all the ranting. I'm just trying to record segments when I have a moment and I'm about to do something, so you guys know what's going on. I'm trying to keep up with at least putting out a video every single day until I get to at least 100 grand. Then maybe I'll take a break. But if I could hit that 100 grand and I could knock out a few of the bills, then we'll set another goal and we'll kind of keep going from there. Because the way my life works is like even 100 grand doesn't really do it, you know. And I want to get back to focusing on creative stuff and letting my security company kind of run itself, because I hire really good people and I'm trying to build really good jobs for people so they have a good job and they have something that they enjoy doing. But then I could back away because they're going to handle that, and I can focus on the pop culture things that I want to do and the pop culture things that I want to create. Because eventually I want you guys to be excited when we have a new movie coming out. Like, I want me and Golderman to only focus on making movies. I want me and Narc to only focus on making movies and doing content around pop culture things. The same thing with Boston Mike. I want to get everyone in the position to where we're only doing the things and talking about the things that like really make us happy. It's kind of the goal of this series and every series that's going to follow this one on this channel. But I didn't have time to make a packing list, so I'm going to have to do this old school, which means I'm going to go through the claim sale. I'm going to start looking at all the claims that came through. I'll take a Post-it note, put it on each item, divide them up into their piles for the people that bought more than one thing. I'll write the total on the box for their items. Then I'll take it home, I'll weigh it, and I'll send them the total for their items plus their shipping. They'll send me the money, I'll print their label, and then we'll get it out. So let me get this stuff out, and then we'll go over what sold, and I could keep moving on with preparation for the winter storm, baby. Here we go. Let's go over the sales. All right, first off, we got this. This is a John Cena Ultimate Edition Wave 22. We gave a good deal on this one. We sold it for $60. Over here, we got Chewy. Went for $7. This one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection. This is Piranha Head, I believe is his name. That went for $10. We got the Boston Mike pile. $10 here, $40 here, $25 there on the Logan Paul Ultimate Edition. And also, he already paid for this, and this was a wash through because I had to pick it up for him. But he's got this bad boy. But that has nothing to do with anything. It's just a piece that he wanted, and I picked it up for him from the store. So that's a pretty cool piece that's going in Boston Mike's collection. All right, moving on our sales. $5 on the Fruit Loops plush, $5 on the Uno game, $6 on the Mr. Potato Head. We got 7 and 10 for these legends. So this one went for 7, and this one went for 10. Over here, Buddy Chris picked up this one for $7. And then over here, Buddy Marco picked up this one for $7. Friend Mike picked up this one for $10. I think we already went over that. And then last but not least, we sold the Ghost, Space Ghost, and then the Action Force. This is their 100th figure that came out. I'll go ahead and throw up a side-by-side so you guys see what the actual figure looks like in here. This pair went for $100, which is a very, very good deal if you look up the price of Space Ghost and then look up the price of this figure. This figure is actually signed by Bobby Valla, the Valaverse creator. And this was one that he already paid for from a previous sale, but we're going to go ahead and box it all together to save him on shipping. So, you guys know I'm hectic right now, but here's the sales for today's video. And this is a total of $314. So $314 being added to the pot. We made some money back on the Cincy stuff. As you see, we sold the Cena and the Logan Paul. So we're making money. We're chopping away at that, but I'm adding all of it to the pot. So $314 to the pot. And I got to get going because I got to go prep the house to make sure the pipes don't burst. Here are the boxes. That's what the shipping looked like for everything you saw on the ground. Now I got to get it in the car. We'll see you in tomorrow's video.